Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I'm renovating one of these huge uptown apartments and I am so excited to share this one with you guys. I have wanted to renovate this apartment for such a long time, but as I am with all of these huge apartments, I'm kind of intimidated by the floor plan. But I finally figured out one that I do really like, and I'm just so happy with the way this apartment turned out. So I hope you guys will like it too. But unfortunately, I didn't show the floor plan being sorted out in this video, but as I do in all of my videos, there will be a screenshot showing the entire floor plan so you guys can see how everything is laid out. But essentially, there are two separate wings to this apartment. There's the master suite that has the master bedroom, the master bathroom, and they have their own office. Then the middle part of the apartment has the living area, so there's the kitchen, this living room that I'm decorating right now, a dining room, an entryway, and then there's also a bathroom. And I don't show the bathroom and the entryway being decorated because this video was really long, so I decided to cut out just a few things, including the hallways and then that one bathroom. There are two other bathrooms, the master suite that I mentioned, and then on the other side of the apartment there's another bathroom that's kind of like the kids wing of the apartment. So there's 4 kids bedrooms and a bathroom, and I really like that part of the apartment. I think it's so cute and so fun. I love all of the kids bedrooms. There is a teen bedroom, 2 kids ones, and then a toddler bedroom. And the teen bedroom I think is a lot of fun because I decorate it to be for a teenager who does YouTube, which I haven't included so far in my save file yet, so that's something I've wanted to portray. Maybe I'll do another one, I'm not exactly sure, but I definitely wanted there to be at least one because there's definitely teenagers in real life that do YouTube, so I wanted to show that at least in some way, and I think it was a lot of fun to decorate her room, so hopefully you guys will like that. And then the 2 kids rooms, there's one kid's room that I thought was a lot of fun too, and that one was for a little girl, and I decorated it to be kind of girly because I kind of figured that her parents want her to be pretty girly and maybe do dance or cheer and be into makeup and dolls and those things, and which she is a little bit, that's kind of what I was thinking anyways, but she's really into science, so I put a few little like sciencey objects. Maybe she wants to be an astronaut and maybe her parents feel like, you know, that's not really for girls, maybe. I don't know exactly what storyline I'm going to go for it exactly, but that's what I was thinking, and I had a lot of fun with her room. And then the other kid's room is pretty sporty, and I think that's pretty cute. There's lots of like sports equipment and like posters, and it's kind of messy. It's a pretty fun room. And then the toddler room is just a cute little toddler's room. It's kind of blue and red, but I do really like it. And yeah, that's the kids wing of the house, so we will be able to see that here in just a little while. But first I am sorting out this living room. I went for a very light color scheme with some rich brown colors for this apartment, and I thought it was really pretty. I kept the original wall color. Well, it had this wall color pretty much in most of the apartment originally, so I kept that. It did have splashes of this really deep purple color, and I was going to keep that in the master bedroom, but I do end up getting rid of it because it just felt so out of place for the way I decorated this apartment. But basically the style that I was going for was a mix between traditional and modern, probably mostly on the modern side, but I wanted there to be some traditional elements for this apartment, and I think it just came out really pretty. I especially really like the kitchen. I feel like it's kind of different to the way I've been decorating kitchens lately, so I felt like that was kind of nice. But there I just finished the living room, and now we are moving on to the dining room. So I did cut out the entryway, but it's really simple, but you guys will be able to see that in the screenshots. I just didn't think it was too necessary, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But this is going to be the dining room, and I think it turns out really pretty. I put a large table here with some modern chairs. The table's also modern. I don't end up keeping this bar over here. I end up swapping it out for a fish tank here in a little while, and I put the bar in the kitchen instead. And that's part of the reason why I like the kitchen, because it makes kind of an interesting shape for the island in the kitchen. You guys will be able to see that here in a little while, but I think it turns out really nice. But before I get too far into the video, there's something I need to mention because I had a lot of issues placing this apartment. So I built the entire apartment, I did some play testing, took some screenshots and those kinds of things, and then I went to go place it in my save file world, and it wouldn't let me place it. It said that the apartment was too large for the space that I was trying to place it. So I saved it as one room and then tried to place it like that, how I do in every apartment, where I bulldoze the previous one, turn on move objects, and then place it. It wouldn't let it, it just wouldn't place it. So I don't know what was going on. So what I had to do was actually go through and break this apartment into like kind of sections. So I sectioned off the kids wing into one area, placed that, placed fine, and then the middle section placed fine too. And then when I went to go place the master suite or the master wing of the house, it wouldn't let me place that. It said it was too big for the area. So what I had to do was separate each room individually and then place them separately. And so I did it with move objects on, so what it did was actually overlap all of the the doors and some of the decorations. And so that was kind of frustrating, so I had to go through and make sure nothing was placed twice. Mostly it was like the archways and the doors. I think those were the only things that overlapped, maybe the closets too, because I have a few closets in the hallway. But yeah, it was kind of frustrating, so I'm not exactly sure how I should upload this to the gallery, because I definitely don't want to upload it like room by room. I feel like that would be really annoying for you guys to place and download. I feel like it'd be really inconvenient. So let me know what you guys are thinking, because I could separate it into wings of the house, and then if you wanted to separate one of the wings to be able to place it. I don't know if this issue is only in my game, so it may work perfectly fine in your guys' game, but let me know. Your guys' feedback would be really appreciated, because I do leave for Christmas in 2 days, so I'm going to upload this on the 18th, and I'm leaving the 19th, so I will be checking your guys' comments so I can upload this as soon as possible for you guys to download. I can, of course, upload the whole thing, and then you guys can try it out. Maybe I'll do that and then put a little disclaimer in the description part. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think the best way to share this with you guys will be, because I definitely want to be able to share it and not have it just available in my save file, because yeah, that's not ideal. But yeah, definitely let me know. But as I've been rambling on, I finished the dining room and I've started working on the kitchen, and this little area right here I really like. I just put a couple of chairs and like a lamp. But what I really liked was these decorations that came with Dine Out that have the plants in them. I don't use them that often. I use them every once in a while, but I've never thought about sizing them down before. And so I was kind of messing around with them. I sized them down a little bit because they are pretty bulky and stick off the wall quite a bit. So I think that's kind of why I don't use them that much, but I've never thought about sizing them down. So now I'm going to use them all the time. I'm really excited about it, and maybe mess around with it a little bit more, and the other one too. So I thought that was pretty cool. But this is the shape of the bar, or the island that I was talking about. I think it's kind of cool. I don't experiment too much with shapes of island counters, but I thought for this kind of more fancier apartment, it was definitely necessary, and I really like the way it turned out. I like how the sink is next to the bar. I also get a dishwasher here in just a second. I don't end up keeping this one that I placed. I end up using, I think, the one that came with Parenthood, maybe Base Game, I'm not exactly sure, but I wanted all of the appliances to be like all modern, so they have like stainless steel appliances like top of the line, but they still have these traditional cabinets and counters, which I thought was kind of nice. A little bit of a mix in styles I thought was definitely a lot of fun. And they got this little coffee bar over here, which I thought was kind of nice. They got the espresso machine and the grinder. And then I really like merging that shelf into cabinets to make it look like it's actual shelving with jars and stuff on it, because it does have the picture frames up on top of it, which I think are pretty. I think I use it again in the office, and I thought that was really nice. But I do like merging it into the cabinets just to kind of make it look like it's a little bit of a different object or something. But here I am just putting some clutter items up on the counters. I don't overly clutter it up, just a few necessary items that I like to decorate with, some candles and flowers and fruits and just all of the things that I really like. I don't think I end up keeping that fruit tray that's by the lemonade pitcher. I don't think I keep that. Yeah, that's what I end up doing. And I also get a trash can and a plant over here. And then I also get a high chair here in just a second, because I knew I wanted there to be at least one toddler in the room. I did think about making it a twin toddler's bedroom, but I feel like I've done that kind of a lot recently, so I didn't want to be too repetitive, and so there's a single toddler bedroom. But this is going to be the bathroom that the kids share, and I think it turned out really nice. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy, but I still wanted to share it to you guys. The master bathroom, though, I think is really pretty. They got that nice corner tub that just came with Get Famous, and it has all of like the large windows, so it's so much pretty lighting, and I just love it so much. But I actually took the screenshots when it was raining outside, so the lighting's not that great in the screenshots, but I thought it was kind of nice to see like the rain through the windows, because it's a little bit different. I don't take many screenshots in the rain. So that's what I ended up doing. This bathroom, of course, has no windows, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, it's pretty simple. They got a stand-up shower, a sink over here with a bunch of little clutter items on it, and then a toilet, and yeah, pretty standard bathroom. But I think it looks pretty nice. I think I add some accent walls in here because all the gray felt kind of bland, so I think I add some of the brown from the rest of the apartment, and then I do a nice modern tile behind the shower, and then I merge it into the wall to look like the tiles the back part of the shower. I hope that we get another modern shower. Now I say that, but we do always get like a full bathroom set with every pack, so it gets kind of annoying and we don't get like any kitchen stuff. So I definitely would prefer to see more kitchen stuff, but I wouldn't mind seeing a modern double shower because we have so many single stand-up showers that are modern and really nice. I like them, but we don't have hardly any of those bath and shower combos. Oh, you know what would be nice is if it was just a stand-up shower, but a double wide one that was nice and modern without the tub on the bottom. That would be really nice. I hope we get something like that eventually, but of course we need more kitchen stuff before we need any more bathroom stuff ever, because we have so many different options for that. But anyways, this is that teenager's bedroom that I was talking about. So she is a beauty guru or some type of YouTuber that does beauty type videos. So I thought that was really cool. I wanted her room to look really soft, really girly, very feminine, lots of whites and pinks and soft purpley colors. I don't end up keeping these tall wardrobes over here against the wall. I actually switch it out for a vanity, and then I put that streaming station against the wall that's opposite to her bed here in just a little while, and then I just decorate it with lots of pretty pictures and makeup clutter, of course. I also get a bookshelf in here, but something that I didn't realize till I was editing this footage, I didn't actually end up putting a dresser back in here for. So maybe before I upload it to the gallery, I can add a dresser, but in my save file, I'll definitely add a dresser in her room. If I remember, I've been pretty bad about remembering what I'm going to add once I've been doing the voiceover. I'll say that I'm going to do certain things and then I totally forget about them. So I'll try to remember that because I definitely feel like she would have a pretty good sized wardrobe. There's also like hallway closets in this build, but not one that's like right next to her room. So I'll try to figure out how I can add one, but here I am adding that streaming station. And unfortunately, it doesn't double as a computer. I wish it would, but I think I end up giving her a tablet in her room. And I think I give all of the kids tablets, but they don't have their own computers. So I feel like they're a pretty wealthy family, so they would have at least something. I felt like a tablet was better than nothing. So that's what I ended up doing. And you can't really decorate the streaming station too much because there's not really slots for it. There's one slot on the right side of the computer, so I put a flower over there, and I didn't want to like use move objects to place anything because I didn't want to block anything from working. So what I did instead was add that little cart to the right side and put some makeup glitter on top of it. I've done that a couple times in videos recently, and I thought that looks kind of nice. It looks like a kind of a cart that you would have makeup or art supplies on, so I think that looks pretty nice. And then there I just hung some pictures of some flowers up above her desk. And then here I was like, okay, I'm not exactly sure if I like the way everything's arranged, so I just start shuffling things around. And at this point I was thinking I wanted to add a vanity too, so I moved the bookcase over here and then add the vanity right here. And I still kind of shuffled things around, but I think where I'm going to add the wardrobe in the end is on the left side of the door where I hang that butterfly painting. I think I'll just move that somewhere else and put probably a thin wardrobe right there and probably merge it into the wall a little bit, but I think I can get it worked out. But here I just add a plant in the corner, and then I do decorate the vanity with some makeup clutter and a few nice little items that I thought she would have in her room, and I think it comes together pretty good. I also use that red shelf again to be able to place things a little bit easier. I've heard from some of you guys that you've downloaded the shelf and you guys haven't been able to use it correctly, or you've been having a little bit of trouble with it, so you guys were wondering if I could do a tutorial on it. I probably can. I've been planning on doing tutorials for a long time, and it's just something that I haven't made time for. I did mention it in my 50K special video how I'm going to be making more time for other types of videos. That way I can get some tutorials out and maybe some other types of things. But I've been planning on doing a move objects tutorial for a long time, so that's something I really want to do. And I think when I do a move objects tutorial, I will include some tips and tricks using that shelf and how I use it in my game, because you can actually leave it in your build. There is a swatch that I think makes it invisible. I don't do that because I don't want to leave CC in my builds, but I think that's a possibility too, so maybe we'll explore that in that video. So if you guys are interested in that, please let me know, but that's something I've been thinking about doing. And then here is going to be that little girl's room that I was talking about. So I wanted it to look pretty girly. I wanted her to have this 4-post bed with the drapes on it, pink walls, some girly decorations, but I wanted to add a few things that were like her own, so kind of science-y looking things or things that looked a little bit spacey. And I felt like these posters that I put above the bed kind of looked like maybe it's kind of a sci-fi kids show or something like that, so I thought that was really cute. And then on top of her desk I also get like a rocket ship lamp, and then I put this really cute shelf. I forget which pack it came with, but I put it above her dresser. It has like these cute little girly decorations, like some purses and necklaces hanging. This one right here, it has those cute little decorations hanging from it, but then it has like this little space poster on top of it, and I thought that was really cute. And then I also give her a tablet and a journal, and then I put just a bunch of fun little like toys and stuff around, but there's that rocket ship lamp. So I want her to be an astronaut or an aspiring astronaut, so maybe she does like all of the science fairs and all the school projects that are related to science. She's totally into them. I end up putting a school project tucked underneath of her desk, and I was kind of thinking that she was hiding it from her parents because maybe her parents are like, no more like science projects, no more science fairs. You need to invest time in, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe they want her to do ballet or dance or something that they think is a little bit more girly and appropriate for her to do. So maybe she's hiding it from her parents and she's a little bit nervous about telling them. But there, I just put that little rocket ship thing up there. And yeah, I just had so much fun with this room. I thought it was pretty cute because I feel like I've been doing a lack of science kids bedrooms. I mentioned that in my last build, well, not my last build, it was my last build for Newcrest anyways. I did a science teens bedroom in that build, and I feel like I've done a lack of sciencey kids rooms, so I wanted to include another one, and I thought this one was just a lot of fun. And then here I felt like there was a lot of empty space, so I ended up putting this building block table in there. And she also has a violin because I feel like she takes very strict violin lessons that her parents make her do. I think she enjoys it, but I think she would rather be doing other things. I'm not exactly sure, but I think she's like such a fun character. I really had a lot of fun thinking of that. I'm really excited to make this family because I don't have this family created yet. I've had families that I've already created in the past that I've been adding to my save file and finding homes for them. I still have a few left, but I have a lot more that I need to make, and this is definitely going to be one of them. And then here I'm just adding some decorations to the shelf above her desk. We got this homemade project and a few toys, and then I do put some toys by the lamp by her bed. And yeah, I'm just really happy with the way the room turned out. Hopefully you guys will like it too. And I really like the toddler room and the other kids' bedroom too, but I feel like they're just a lot more typical to other rooms that I've created. I mean, this one's pretty typical too. I've done a lot of pink girly bedrooms, but I really liked the accents of all the sciencey stuff. I thought was tons of fun. And then this is going to be the toddler's bedroom, and I of course think it turns out super cute too. But what I went for in here was a very bold color scheme that I don't think I've done before in any toddler or kid's bedroom, so I thought that was kind of nice. But I went for very blue and red and kind of just like the brightest versions that we have of those. And I really like that rug that I put there in the corner. I do kind of a little reading corner over there. I put a bookshelf and a couple of chairs, but I thought that rug was kind of fun. I loved the bright colors and the fishies. I thought were pretty cute. But I don't end up keeping this swatch on the bed. I think I switch it out for a different color of this car bed that's a little bit more toned down, and I can't remember why I did that exactly. So yeah, I'm just not sure what I was thinking at that time, but that's what I ended up doing. But I really like this little reading corner over here. I love this rug with the fishies. I thought the colors worked perfectly. And then we got this bookshelf over here in the corner, and then I also get just a few little toys around, nothing too crazy, but I wanted the toddler to have some building blocks and the tablet and a few other little things. And then this dollhouse, treehouse thing, whatever you want to call it, I thought was absolutely perfect. It came in the best colors for this bedroom, so I was really happy with that. And then here I'm just picking out a rug. I forget exactly which one I go with. I try a few different ones, but I think it comes together really nice. I kind of like layering rugs in kids' rooms and making a separate little reading corner rug. I always think that's kind of nice. But there I just changed the color of the bed. Yeah, still not exactly sure why, but I think it looks kind of nice. And then here I'm adding some toys to the nightstand, which I always really like doing in my kids and toddler bedrooms. I feel like it just makes them feel so lived in and kind of messy, and I just really like that. But here I am picking out a dresser. The one that I end up going with is the one that came with cats and dogs that you can see like the linens and stuff in. This one right here is one of my favorites in game, especially for toddlers and nurseries. I feel like it looks like a dresser that you would find in like toddlers and nurseries, so that's what I ended up going with. And then I also got that height chart over there that came with my first pet stuff that I think is pretty adorable. It has like the kitty and the puppy and I think a hamster or something on top of them, so it's pretty adorable. And then I also got some pictures up above the dresser, and I do go through here in just a little while and add some clutter decorations to the top of the dresser. And then other than that, I get that tall giraffe decoration and then a large stuffed animal. I do put that over by one of the chairs, but this is probably my favorite part of the bedroom. I create kind of a mural here behind the treehouse dollhouse, and I wanted to use the decoration that has the hot air balloons, so I actually switch out these clouds for the other cloud decorations that we have because I felt like the art styles were just a little bit more similar. They don't match perfectly, but I think it looks pretty good. I don't use these wall decorations often, so I feel like I should probably use them more because they are really cute, especially the hot air balloons are very adorable. And then here I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to put on this wall. I didn't want to leave like this dead space in between the height chart and that chair. So I tried a few different posters. I thought about adding this lamp and then I decided I didn't really want to do that. So here in just a little while I do add that giraffe and then the large teddy bear. What is it called? Blarfy, I think is the name. I thought about adding more trees, but I decided not to. And then here I just added those, and I think it comes together pretty nice. And then this is going to be the last kid's bedroom that I decorate. And originally I was thinking about making this a teenager's bedroom, but I decided to make it a kid's room. And you could of course have a teen in here if you would like to, but I decided to make it for a child sim. But I was kind of thinking that they were more of a preteen, which is a life stage that we unfortunately do not have in game. And recently I saw this kind of debated over on Twitter if we should have preteens or if it's something that they think sim gurus should focus on. But most people argue that we should focus on the life stages that we already have in game because there's not a whole lot for elders to do. We still need more things for toddlers to do, and babies of course are still just objects. So I think I completely agree with that. I would definitely like seeing more things for elders. Definitely babies need to be updated because I would love to be able to take them out in strollers and those kinds of things because yeah, they're just objects in baskets and you can't do anything with them. But preteens, personally, I would love to see preteens. And if we don't get them in The Sims 4, I really hope that we get them in The Sims 5 because there are so many times when I decorate bedrooms, like this one for example, where I just don't really see them as being a kid or a teenager. They're somewhere in between because a kid in The Sims to me is like 8, maybe 10 at most, and then the teen sims, they basically look like adults, so I feel like they're basically ready to graduate high school already, so they're like 18 years old, maybe 16 at the youngest, so we need somewhere in between, like somewhere like a 12, 13, 14-year-old, somewhere around those ages. So I don't know, it's something that I think about, but of course I still would like to see the other life stages updated and added to because there's definitely a lot more that could be done with them. But anyways, the room has pretty much come together. I think it's pretty cute. I like all of the sports equipment. I really like this item that has like the trophies and the medals hanging from it. I think it's pretty adorable. And there I just put a school project. I also get this video game console thing here on the ground. I think it's for the void critters if I remember correctly. And then over here I do have a school project, which I think is the bridge construction project. I can't exactly remember, but I put that over here, and then I do clutter up the top of the dresser, and then there's that stuffed animal Triceratops, and then I just added that bundle of sports equipment, which I thought was definitely necessary for this kind of sportsy bedroom. And then other than that, there's that floor clutter on the ground that came with Parenthood that I thought worked perfectly in here, and then there's also one of those animals that came with my first pet stuff. I forget which one I placed exactly, but I thought that was kind of fun to put in here. And then right now I'm just arranging the decorations on top of the dresser to get them situated the way that I want them to be, and I think it comes together pretty nice. I think it's a pretty fun bedroom. I especially really like the reading corner with that mid-century modern chair. It came in that perfect like orange color that just worked so well for this bedroom. And then here I do have a couple of posters and a calendar. Then that's it for the last kid's bedroom. And then this is going to be the parents' home office, and I think it comes together really nice. I do have a computer in here, which is the only computer in the build. I did mention how all of the kids have their own tablets, but this is the only actual like desktop computer. And then there's a bookcase in here. There's also a chess table, and then that's pretty much it. So it's kind of simple, but I think it is really nice. I wasn't exactly sure what I should add in here because I didn't think the parents had any careers related to a lot of skill building objects. I was kind of thinking that maybe one of them was in the business career and then the other one was maybe a food critic or something like that. Maybe one's a politician. I haven't exactly figured it out. If you guys have any ideas, definitely let me know, but that's what I was thinking, so I didn't want to add like an art easel in here because I didn't think it was too necessary for the family that I imagined. And there I just put the shelf up above the chess table, and I get a plant in the corner, and then I do also decorate the bookshelf with a few different little decorations, nothing too crazy, but I wanted there to be a little bit of clutter in there. And then I do put this stool right next to the chair with some flowers on top of it. I thought that was kind of nice. I love using that stool as a table. It is actually a chair. If you are in the catalog, you have to go to the chairs to find it, but I like using it as a table because I think it's pretty adorable as a little table anyways. But here I am picking out some decorations for the bookshelf. Yeah, just a few simple little things, but I think it comes together pretty nicely. And then that is it for the office. Then I move on to decorating the master bedroom, which I think comes together really nicely as well. I go for a very brown color scheme in here, but I wanted it to match the rest of the apartment, so they have some more traditional nightstands and then a more modern bed. And this rug I thought worked perfectly. It came in so many nice tones. I think this is the same rug that I used in the dining room, but oh well, I liked using it in here as well. And then over here I do get a vanity. Also in this room I get a dresser and a mirror and, well, typical bedroom decorations, I guess, but I really like this vanity. I do clutter it up with a few different little makeup decorations, and then I do end up putting a chair next to the vanity, and here where I place this mirror is where I end up putting the dresser in the end, so I do end up moving this, and I think I replaced the mirror for maybe a different one. I'm not exactly sure how I do that, but here I am arranging the decorations on top of the vanity to get them situated exactly the way I want it, and then I do put a lamp over here in the corner, and then I do pick out a chair to put right here, and this is the one that I go with. I thought the wood matched perfectly with like the vanity and the nightstands and stuff like that, so I was pretty happy with that. And then here I'm just picking out some art for the walls, and then I think I may put a matching plant over in the corner. It's a little bit matchy, but I don't know, I feel like this is the way the parents would like it decorated, so that's what I ended up doing. But here I am picking out a few different little decorations to put on the nightstand, so they have their own tablet as well, some books, and then an incense. I really like that item, but I'm always worried it's going to set things on fire, because one time I play tested, it was one of my apartment builds, and I had it sitting on top of the dresser, and when I was playtesting it, I had the sim light it, and it burnt like the entire bedroom down. So I don't think it can really be placed closely to everything, so I would definitely be careful when lighting them, because yeah, it about burnt the entire bedroom down when I was taking the screenshots. But there I did get rid of that mirror, and then I add a dresser over here. I end up going with this one that came with seasons. It's a little bit more modern, I think, than the rest of the stuff in the bedroom, but I really liked the colors, and I thought it was kind of a nice mix of furniture, so I thought it looked pretty cool. And then I do put a mirror above it, and then of course I add a bunch of different little decorations on top of here, and I think it comes together pretty nice. But yeah, that is it for the master bedroom, and then this is going to be the master bathroom, and I think it turns out so nice. I especially really like the placement of the bathtub and shower. Anytime I can place a bathtub in front of large modern windows, I just absolutely love it. So I think that turned out really pretty, but you guys will see that come together here in just a little while. But first I do decorate these countertops with some, you know, just some makeup and some soaps and toothbrushes and all of those kinds of things. And other than that, I do have that plant there in the corner, and I also end up putting a chair next to the bathtub with some decorations on top of it, which I've done before, but I love the way that looks, so I wanted to do that in here. But here I am picking out a bathtub, and I go with this one that came with Get Famous. I just thought it was so pretty, so that's what I ended up doing. And we are coming up on the end of the video, but before we do, I did want to mention to you guys that this is one of the last apartments that I have left to renovate. I only have 2 other apartments here in Uptown, one of the 2-story apartments where the Fangs live, and then the 3-story apartment. And then I've renovated every apartment in San Myshuno, but don't worry, I'm going to continue renovating apartments. But for my save file, I will finally be finished, and I'm so excited for that. I still have all of the actual lots to do in San Myshuno, so we still have some time before I finish this world, but I'm really excited to have all of the apartments taken care of. And yeah, it's just so much fun. I love renovating apartments, so I'm looking forward to doing the other 2. They're huge apartments, so the floor plan is going to be a pain, but I think they will turn out really pretty. And yeah, I'm just really excited to finish this world and get further on to my save file. But yeah, we are coming up on the screenshots, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this renovation, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye!
Stop.